Hello friends and welcome back for episode 55 of Terraria 1.3 Let's Play. Hope you're all doing well today. So we're back in the expert world where it is completely barren and bare and there's nothing really here worth commenting on, so why not just get right back down to business and proceed on to the next boss fight. Apparently there's like a bunch of items here I've never taken, just like didn't look in these chests. I put this golden chest here because I forgotten that there were other chests, and I put a couple of suspicious looking eyes in, so that way when it's dark we can go ahead and fight the Eye of Cthulhu, and I guess that'll be fun. I apparently missed a bag last time, which sucks. I could have gotten another drop off of that Eater of Worlds, and I just missed it, so, well, I'm sure we'll get more. I'm not super worried about it, but it's lame that I just, like, moved on and didn't catch it. What I'm doing right now is we're going to go a little bit away from, like, the central spawn point, because I don't want to just make it ugly. And, you know what, this is probably as good a place as any. And we're just going to dig straight down into the world. Can I use, like, auto-dig here, or... No, I guess not. The, control-click thing, yeah, it doesn't seem to really do anything with this. But it's not really necessary to do anything. We're just gonna see how quickly we can make a elevator, and all I've got to do really here is just hold down the S key and keep on digging. Oh no, we've dug through some minecart tracks. I hate that. And then when we get to hell, well, I'm just gonna have to clear out my inventory, I guess. So we're gonna have a lot of stuff. Oh, there's statues there. Well, I'll see those next time. So my apologies that I didn't get to upload a video yesterday for Terraria. I had some unfortunate news, and I'm not going to belabor this point, but I guess just to explain what happened. I went to the dentist. I have an infection underneath a root canal. Again, I've had the same issue multiple times now, and the dentist is like, yeah, we can't keep fixing this anymore. So now I've got to go get oral surgery, and I'm really bummed about that, because it's really expensive. And although I have health care, I've got health insurance, I don't have dental insurance because those are two separate things in the US. And unfortunately, it's not something you can just, like, get really easily, and it's also expensive in and of itself. But, I don't know, it's real silly that the way that things work is that, like, your teeth don't count as a health risk because you can die from a tooth infection. It's happened before. Anyway, I'm gonna live with a tooth infection now for a couple of months until this is sorted out, but I just wanted to let you know I was a little bit bummed about it yesterday, so I wasn't in a great mood for recording, unfortunately, but I'll push through. It's just, you know, there's always good news and bad news. Sometimes there's bad news, sometimes there's good news. There is good news, actually. Good news that I just found out about is today I've learned that Turok 1 and 2 are going to be remastered to some extent. I don't know to what extent exactly, but they will be remade for the PC. I'm told they will have enhanced graphics. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I'm excited to see. I'm just going to try to outdig this lava if possible. Oh yeah. No, stop! It just keeps stopping for no reason. I don't know why that keeps happening. I love that I can dig faster than lava falls. That's so satisfying. And I know I left some, like, coin bag up there, by the way. I'll go back and get it another time. Not a huge priority for me at this very moment, though. Alright, just dig. We're almost there already. It was not a long time at all. Almost there. Yeah, there it is. We've reached hell, boys and girls. That was actually really fast. Look at that. Look how incredible. So I know nothing of this world. I don't know where anything is at all, but it's not necessary that I know where anything is, because my only goal right now... Is the lava ever going to fall after me, or maybe it's just stopped spawning? My only goal right now is to go ahead and drop this doll into the lava and go ahead and kill the wall of flesh. That will then allow me to go to hard mode, and then I can go and break all of those altars and fill the world with delicious ore that I can then go ahead and harvest in about 5 seconds flat. You know what? I think we're just gonna, like, trash all of this stuff. Is there anything in here that's worth keeping? Diamonds, I guess. Silver ore, maybe. Platinum chandelier, I've got some of those. I'll keep the king statue. The king's a pretty cool guy. I don't really need hardened sand blocks or sandstone blocks or shuriken. I'll keep the lead, because I don't know if I have lead really in my other server or my other world. I'll just keep all the ore, how about that? Ash blocks, hellfire arrows. I've got plenty of gold, but I guess I'll take a little bit more. Alright, cool. So that's that. Yeah, so Turok games are the games that I have not really gotten a lot of opportunities to discuss, but I was a huge fan of that series for a long time. T to throw. And we should probably get our dragon out and stuff. I imagine that could be helpful in this scenario. The game was really quite cool because it had absolutely insane weaponry, and, like, the premise is relatively stupid. I mean, it's a guy that fights dinosaurs with guns and high-tech weaponry. And, I mean, it would... God, that was so easy. I don't know why I expected it not to be that easy, but... it's a silly premise. The game was really fun, though, and if they do some stuff to make it a little bit more playable for, like, a current audience, because the game looks awful nowadays. I think it actually could be quite amazing to go back to them. I'm quite looking forward to it, actually. Turok 2 specifically was one of my favorites. Turok 1 was okay. It had one of the most satisfying Gatling guns in history, because the barrels sped up before you started firing, and that just felt so good. It's in our treasure bag. We got a Breaker Blade, a Rash Summoner emblem. That's actually the rarest of the emblems, I think, or I just don't happen to get them very often. And our Pwn Hammer, of course, which we have no use for, really. Now we'll go ahead and get rid of those. Cool. Alright, so we got 23 gold for that kill as well. Not that I needed it, really, at this moment, but I'll always hoard more. So there we go, we're back home. The hell journey was successful. It wasn't really very stressful, either. Now we just got to go over to the massive pile of altars over here and start breaking them up. Oh, this is not the way in. Are there any games out there in comment land that you guys would really like to see redone? Because I've mentioned this, I think, in other venues. I don't know if I've mentioned it on Terraria, but, like, the ones I'm holding out hope for here are, I would love to see a remaster of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver and Shadow Man, both of which were, like, kind of early PS1, PS2 gen kind of era. Actually, well, PS1 specifically, although they both came out on PC and Dreamcast as well. And only one of the two came out on N64. Although those things happened, I would like to see them, you know, get a proper coat of paint. They were Metroidvania games, like a pseudo 3D, well, not pseudo 3D, actually 3D, but, you know, early 3D. So everything's a little janky. It's not super easy to navigate in either of them, as far as I remember. We did a Gelatin World Tour. We've gotten all the jelly colors, apparently. You know what was probably stopping me from getting that achievement was not having been in corruption. I imagine that's probably why. So we need something to break this. Let's use these. Oh, you know, I could also just use this. That should work just fine. World has been blessed with cobalt. Alright, that's cool, but I had cobalt on the other one. Oh, we had that one too. We had all three of these. That's super unfortunate. We had the exact same spawns on our other world. Oh no! I guess I'm just gonna have to create more worlds and very quickly kill the wall of flesh in those worlds as well. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. This is so silly. There's gonna be so many of these freaking wraiths spawning everywhere. I don't even care. Let them come at me. Come at me, bro. I got a dragon. Do you have a dragon? I don't think so. You're all dying before I can even see them. Check it out. My yo-yo will beat your butt. Alright, so actually the material properties thing is, like, not happening on this world. Trying to think if there's even any other reasons that I would want to keep using this world, then, if I'm not going to get materials I didn't already have. Oh, what was that I just broke? It looked like a coin bag, but then when I broke it, it just, like, gave me that. A little unexpected. I guess when it becomes night out, which is fairly soon, I can go ahead and kill the eye. I could go dig into the jungle, kill Plantera, get on to the endgame stuff, because, like, geez, we've been waiting long enough. It's been an entire single episode since we started the expert mode. I don't want to keep you guys in some sort of sense of suspense here. So, yeah, I mean, it's probably not worth building a house if this is not going to be a world that I have any reason to really settle in. I kind of wanted to know if that was going to be the case before I did that, which is why there's literally nothing built here yet. Also, I just didn't get time, but, like, I would love to go ahead and maybe do a stream where I just build a house for 2 hours or however long it's going to take. And people mentioned on the last episode, like, don't build it out of dungeon bricks. I don't know, actually, if that's a problem or not. It might be. But I've been told in some places that, like, if you repurpose the dungeon bricks, that it doesn't cause enemies to spawn. So actually, I don't know if it's really a problem at all. Maybe that's just one of those things I can learn by doing, or I could, like, look it up on the wiki, because sometimes people do things like that. Alright, sun, you're almost down. What is it, 7:30? I could just spawn, like, 2 of them at the same time. That would be kind of entertaining, actually. I should really turn off auto pause right now, since, like, it's just wasting time. Every time I do inventory management, it's like, well, we could be advancing the clock just a little bit. So, in other good news, actually, last night I did a stream to try and, I want to say unwind, but when you hear the contents of the stream, well, you will not believe that unwinding is possible to be done, but I did some Lost runs last night, and I actually got my first actual real victory. I beat the Dark Room, so that means I beat Satan as well, so I got actually 2 unlocks, the Mind and the Soul. Which, that means all I've got left is Boss Rush, Cathedral, and Chest. And then I will have all of the items in my item pool to then be unlocked and get real Platinum Gods. So that's pretty exciting. I didn't know if I would be capable of such feats, but as it turns out, I apparently am. And I'm pretty proud of that. It took quite a few hours to get to that point, and the run that was successful ended up taking me, like, over an hour. Which is not surprising if you've ever seen me play Isaac before. I'm quite slow. But I had all of the good stuff. I had a 9 lives and Guppy's collar, and then I took the Ankh at one point, and everyone was like, you threw, because we didn't know what order the extra lives things happened in, which prompted me to say, and I think this is actually a legit good idea, on the pause menu, not only should it show you your sticky note for that character, so you know what order you've got to go through things in, it should also show you the order that extra lives resolve in. This is going to be a terrible night? Oh, fantastic. That's what I was hoping for, actually. So if you get, like, a 1-up, that should show it, like, on the timeline. If you get a Guppy's collar, that should show that on the timeline. If you get Dark Judas, or Lazarus's rags, or 9 lives, I might have said that already. You know, there's, like, 10 different ways that you can be revived in the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and probably more to come when we reach the next iteration, meaning Afterbirth. It is definitely night now, so I don't know why I'm dilly-dallying. Let's pop these eyes and do some work. I don't know if I can actually fight 2 at the same time, so actually I'll wait. Otherwise I'm just... Alright, well, I'll not wait that long, actually. Because, the eye has been defeated, the eye has been awoken. All in the space of about 10 seconds. There we go. Tough boss. Tough life. We got Intrepid Shield of Cthulhu, and a Armored Shield of Cthulhu. Alright, well, I knew I was going to get those things. Not a huge deal. Corrupt Seeds, Unholy Arrows, don't really need these... No, opposite button. Don't really need the Shackle very much. Get rid of this Conqueror, the Single Obsidian, Ebonstone Block, got some of that. Don't really need that very much. I'll keep the Fish Statue in case I need to roll. Cool. And I'll just throw the rest of the stuff in this chest for now, and then we'll go kill Plantera, I guess. Because that's the kind of episode we're having today. Just let's steamroll all the bosses. I'm a fan of doing that, actually. It's fun. Not sure why I'm keeping this Pwn Hammer. Like, I really have no use for it, since I have the ability to just dig through everything anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna stream more Isaac, and I'm having a really good time, actually. I mean, I'm frustrated like crazy playing it, but it's so rewarding when you finally get it freaking done. And to know that I'm capable of such feats, I mean, I've seen, like, all of my friends are capable of beating Lost in various ways, so I figured I probably could do it too if I just tried hard enough. But the one redeeming quality about doing Lost runs is that, you know, there's all these ways you can kind of cheese it. You know, Holy Mantle, 9 lives, Gnawed Leaf, Daddy Longlegs, Leech, like all of that kind of stuff. And I know it feels kind of scummy. I'm going to take this pink flower, by the way, because I like having these for dyes. It feels kind of scummy, but at the same time, the challenge that it provides for you is scummy anyway. Oh, the twins have awoken. Yes, please. I will fight you now. I'll go ahead and drop my turrets. How many bosses are we gonna kill in this one episode today? Love it. But yeah, I don't feel super bad about it. Like, people were telling me I should just alt F4 if I die, and then I can use that to cheese the bosses, and I'm like, no, that's actually even a step too far. The game gives you enough ways to cheese it within the bounds of reality that I feel like I shouldn't have to push it further. But I get why people do it. It's just like, I have some sort of integrity to maintain here, I guess. Being that, you know, people would just call me a scumbag if I did that, since I'm capable of more. Not that I'm trying to throw shade at anybody that did it the other way. You're entitled to do whatever you want. It's all good. Not sure why I'm using this as opposed to the yo-yo, which is actually a lot stronger. Are you still alive? Yes, you are. Goodbye. Alright, now we get to see what the expert bag has for us. Treasure bag says... Hollowed bars, of course, souls of sight. We got a mechanical wheel piece. Oh, that's right. You kill all the mechanical bosses and you make a mechanical minecart, which is coolish. I mean, it's not all that important at all, but I like having things, adding them to my collection and such. Where is the jungle? We've got a little ways to go. It is way over to the left. Okay. Should I just fly over there? I kind of would rather not fly, just in case I run into dudes on the ground that I want to fight. Although I'm not sure exactly what those dudes might be. I mean, the mummies have a chance of dropping a megaphone, if I remember correctly. Unless it's only dark mummies. It might only be dark mummies. But that's still an item I need for my... my gear, my whatever you call that, the cell phone. Yeah, that one. I wish I could have shown you how many freaking hours I spent farming pixies. I don't know what is going on with the RNG on the pixies, because I've never had trouble getting megaphones before. Now I have to fight hundreds and hundreds of them, and I've still not seen a single one. Seems just really, really unlucky, but, you know, that's RNG for you. Sometimes it's with you, sometimes it's not. Watch me. I was gonna say, watch me get one right then when I kill that single pixie. I'm not gonna be upset about it if that's the case. It would make a really fantastic point that I was trying to make. It would illustrate that point effectively. Alright, jungle. Are we almost there? It's gotta be dark mummies, right? It's okay. Prove me wrong, game. If you want to show me how much of an idiot I am for not remembering everything on the wiki, please go right ahead and prove me wrong. I will not be upset with you. Jungle? Where's the jungle? How freaking far over is this thing? Okay, that's it right there. So we're very close. Is there any reason for me to go to Skylands? I don't think I ever found a balloon. So I should probably do that at some point. It's like another thing that I can get out of this world before we move on to other greener pastures, I suppose. Also, feel free to let me know what you think I should do about the world gen thing. Like, I'd really love to get a world that has the other 3 materials that I don't have. I thought it was so promising since we had, you know, the copper and such, which copper and lead I didn't have on the other world. The demon altar down here, might as well break it, because why not? I guess I could just go buck wild on this world and collect a ton of minerals and ore. I mean, it's not really necessary, but at the same time, it could be good to have more ore. Boot statue, gargoyle statue. Did I have those before? Pretty sure I had the gargoyle. I don't know if I had the boot, though. Alright, what am I doing down here? I'm looking for a Plantera orb. This is most likely not the most efficient way to do that. Probably being in, like, the main area of the jungle would be a lot more effective or useful or entertaining to watch. But, you know, all it takes is just to see one little flash of pink light in the corner, and we could go in that direction, and all will be well. It really doesn't matter where I start, or where I end, for that matter. Oh, we could kill the queen bee as well if I run into a honeycomb. I saw some honey there, that's what reminded me of that. But honey does not necessitate a beehive. Honey does not necessitate. Ah, there's one. Alright, now, do we have the spawn item? Does not look like it, actually, unless it's Is it in the water? Is it in the honey? No. Angel statue? Oh, there, it was in the honey. I just didn't see it. Alright, cool. Let's fight the bee then. Oh, I should probably get out of my drill containment unit. I should also put on my armored yo-yo bag just to get a little more DPS. As if I need it, honestly. It's dead already. I just barely switched this item out. Someone asked me, like, why am I bothering to do this? Like, why don't you just start over in expert mode? Because it's too easy now, right? It's like, I know it's too easy. I'm just doing it anyway because I wanted to dominate all these enemies and also collect all the items, so... Hopefully that makes sense. I think it does. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'm keeping strange items in my inventory, I'm aware of this. Very strange ones indeed. Things I don't really need all that badly. Like, this mining potion can go, actually. What did we get? We got the Hive Wand, we got Angry Hive Pack, increases strength of friendly bees. Alright, well that's an expert mode item, I didn't have it. I don't think I had a bee shirt either. I'm pretty sure I had this corn dog on a stick. Oh, and we got the bee's knees, which is actually the one item that I'm pretty sure I was missing. It's a bee-oriented bow. And we got some beeswax, which is always good. I should probably fight the queen bee like a couple of times if I can find more opportunities to do so. Just to see if there's other items that I'm missing out on, because I don't actually know. I mean, I said I knew a second ago, but I don't remember 100%. I'm going off a hunch. Alright, so Plantera orbs then. Where are you at? I hope you can pardon the constant drilling sound. I did turn down the volume slightly more. I think I said this the other day too, right? Because it was maybe a bit more disruptive than I would have liked. I tried to keep the music a little louder when I started up this series, and I think in general I tend to go a bit too quiet on the game volume on all my series, but this one I was like, well, we'll try something different. We'll make it a little louder. I think I went too far with Axiom Verge, though. I think the music might be, like, overpowering my voice sometimes, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I did like the music, at least, with the exception of the Sighing Woman track that kept happening over and over again every time I go to this one place. She just kept making this loud sound. And it was the beginning of the track, so every time you'd enter the zone, you would hear it again. You'll see what I mean if you watch the Let's Play. I've got hour-long chunks of it, and there's like 16 of them, so there's a lot to watch. Obviously, it's, you know, full of spoilers, so basically 100% of the game, with the exception of possibly one weapon in a warp zone that I wasn't sure where it even was. This is me just completely... I'm just noodling through this zone, by the way. I should probably go deeper down instead of up. But we're making spaghetti noodles throughout this whole place. I have a nice channel's worth of all sorts of access passages if we want to go through them. Sneaking around like a stealthy snake. Speaking of stealthy snakes, actually, the new Metal Gear Solid's coming out fairly soon. And although I have mixed feelings about that series in general, every time a new iteration of it comes out, I like to give it a chance to see if it's going to be interesting. And I'm pretty optimistic, actually, about this new one. I feel like it's got the highest chance of being interesting to me out of any of the ones I've seen so far. And every time I bring this up, everybody's like, well, you obviously like Metal Gear Solid 1, right? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I thought it was pretty good, I guess. I didn't think it was my favorite game of all time, but I appreciate it to some extent. I get why a lot of people are into it. I thought Metal Gear Solid 2 was pretty decent as well. 3 I never actually played for some reason, although I do own it. I even got, like, the rare PS2 version of it that's got the, like, extra something to it. I don't even remember anymore. They released 2 versions, and one of them was, like, harder to get than the other one. That's all I know. I made sure I got that one when I found it. And Metal Gear Solid 4, which I've got, I really didn't like. It was all cutscenes and very little gameplay, and what gameplay there was I didn't find very engaging at all. The story in general in Metal Gear seems super convoluted to me, so I try to hopefully get any enjoyment that I can get out of those games from their gameplay mechanics. And stealth games I have mixed feelings about. Sometimes they're pretty fun, sometimes they're pretty annoying. Metal Gear can ride the line a little bit at times. Ooh, I did it again. That's a lot of rich mahogany that I've got. But yeah, I'm gonna walk into the new one with an open mind and hopefully enjoy it. We'll see. Again, I said I'm rather eager to try it, and I think that's saying something, considering I don't think I've been very eager to play a Metal Gear game in general for a long time, so... I will see if my hopes are unfounded or what. Somebody told me there's DLC, like, add-on content, like... I don't even know, like, why would there be a system like that already? The game is probably going to do just fine. Not even just add-on content, but like cosmetic DLC or like things that aren't really useful in any meaningful way, I guess. I honestly don't even know what I'm talking about here because I haven't even looked into it. I'm just going off of one person's tweet and then a couple of people that followed up to that tweet. It was like, ah, but you don't really need to worry about the DLC because reason, whatever reason. Goodbye, lost girl. Okay, get out of that, please. Sure, we could fight the bee again, I guess. Don't really have a reason to do this, but there it is. Come on out. Oh, what is that? She dropped the DPS meter again. Goodbye. Spending most of our time just throwing away all the stuff that I'm picking up. Bottles or jars of honey. Do I want those for any reason? I don't know. Let's see what's in our treasure bag. We got another bee's knees and another quick hive pack. Well, I'm getting these on every single drop. Bee hat, hive wand. Alright, I think we've kind of run the gamut of what's available there. So that's the way it's looking anyway. Plantera bulbs, where are you? Oh, wait, they don't spawn until I kill all the hard mode bosses. That's right. So I'm not even going to find those down here. That explains a lot, doesn't it? Alright, well, that's fine. I might have materials to craft something. I mean, we need the armored eye, and we need the Skeletron to have happen, and let me think. I need lead and lenses, I think, to make one of those. I don't have any lenses. Okay, I might have to do that outside of this episode then, so maybe I'll do that for next time. We'll wreck through the rest of the hard mode bosses, then we'll go to Plantera, and then we'll kill the Fishron and Frost Moon, Pumpkin. Well, you know the progression. We just did it on the other episode. There's actually lead right here, of course, just to kind of make me feel like an idiot, but... is there any reason to go to the dungeon in this world? I don't know. I don't think so. Also, desert. I know we've got a lot of desert, but I don't think there's any telltale signs of pyramid action, which is what I'm really all about. That pyramid life, yo. I mean, this looks like pretty flat ground. Usually when there's a pyramid, you see the edge of it near the surface. Yeah, I'm not seeing much there. I mean, I might just want to go travel real quick over to the left, just dig below the surface for a split second. There's also the slime event. I'm sure the Slime King has got some kind of drops for me that I haven't seen. Also, I want to collect more of the ninja gear, which means I need to fight that guy anyway. And I should really look into seeing about a slime summon item for next episode, too. Just kind of run through as many of these bosses as I can. Let's just do... Oh, wrong button. Let's do that. Also, apologies if I talked about some of these topics already in prior episodes. I actually just, like, don't remember half the things I talk about sometimes. Yeah, this is always a great sound. It sounds like the game is just approaching critical mass and it's about to melt the computer. Actually, it is maybe actually about to melt. Look at the frame rate. Oh my god. I'm stuck under the sand. Alright, well, call this desert destroyed. Look at all those cactus pieces. We got 628 sand blocks in the space of about 30 seconds there. I don't even know how it can handle that amount of processing all at once. Pretty certain we don't have a pyramid here. If we do, it's surprisingly well hidden. Ooh, right, probably get out of that. I was trying to actually do that so I could look into the wall. I'm pretty sure we don't have a pyramid in this world. So, yeah, I'll go kill the rest of the bosses next time, and then we'll go and do other worlds, I guess, and find a world that has better materials that I can actually make use of, because I want to craft all the armor sets, so I need all the different ores, and I need a lot of them, which, well, now that we've got the mining thing, the drill containment unit, that should not be any difficulty at all, just pulling together all of those. Apologies for no strange plants. I know that's always a bit of a letdown when I don't have those. But maybe I could just do a quick run through the world a couple of times and see if we can find go to, like, a bunch of different areas and just see if I can pick up strange plants. Maybe that's, like, the fastest way to farm them, actually. Just keep spawning a new small world or something and just run across it. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think is the fastest way to farm those. Oh, actually, you've already told me, and it's to make that... What, another angel statue? Make that thing where you drop a flail to the bottom of a hole, and then it'll just keep farming the whatever it is. Plants to keep spawning. Something like that, anyway. Should really figure that out. I think, is there anything else that I want to talk about before we go? Yeah, I think that's about it for today. I know, it's a reasonably short episode. My apologies for that. But we're in some sort of an odd timing for what we want to do per episode, so I'm just kind of rolling with the punches. And it should work out just fine. Just keep at it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you back for the next one. If you enjoy the episode, make sure you leave a like on it. It really does help out. And I will catch you soon. Have a great night.